Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What it do, world? Yogi One Yo, WBOKRadio.com, the Encore Live Show, coming back live and direct back at you. It is Saturday, February 10th, 2018. It is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. WBOKRadio.com, the Encore Live Show, bringing you each and every Saturday. Oh, my. I am, of course, your host with the most, Yogi One Yo, Young Original Gangsta Imperial, the one and only, coming to you live and direct from the DMV region of the country. That's D.C., Maryland, Virginia. And as always, I'm joined by my beautiful co-host,
Miss Music, a.k.a. Marlene Bamasita, head music A&R of Mastery Entertainment, and also music executive VP of Alms International Music Agency down in Tampa, Florida. What's up, everybody?
What's going on, Miss Music? How you been? I saw you was rearranging your bedroom down there at the big house down Tampa. That bed looked kind of big for your little self to be moving around. You got it done, though, didn't you?
That's only half of the bedroom I showed you. I didn't show you the other half. I got 2 bedrooms in one. Mess with me.
that don't make no dang on sense.
I'm jealous now.
It must be the weather down there. Man, I'm up here. It's not nice. It is not nice. It is definitely the northeast part of the country's wintertime. And But anyway, you know what we came to do this evening, Miss Music.
Yeah, same thing we do every Saturday night. Blow it up over here on WBOK Radio. So, yeah, that's right, Encore Live. You're listening live. Ooh,
y'all know what it is. All 50 states tuned in right now. 30-plus countries tuned in right now of our dedicated listener audience. Y'all know what we're about to do. We're about to bring y'all the best in entertainment. We promise week to week to bring y'all the best in entertainment from around the world, from around your region, from your block, people on your block that got talent. Hit us up at WBOKRadio.com. Hit us up at WBOKRadio@gmail.com. Submit that music, submit them videos. But what we going to do this evening, the Encore Live Show in coalition with Seahorse Media Group. Shout out Angela Toomas Smith. We have an artist on from Birmingham, Alabama, from one of my boys I was in the Army with. I said, "Where you from, man? You talk a little different." He said, "I'm from L.A." I said, "Man, nah, I'm from Cali, man. You don't talk like you from L.A., from Los Angeles." He's like, "Nah, Lower Alabama." I said, "Boy." but this evening, we have on Mr. O with us, Birmingham, Alabama, in the building. What's going on, King?
Hey, what's going on, y'all, man? It's your boy O, man. Firehouse Productions in the building.
I think them Firehouse production videos on the YouTube channel thing there, and it was quite good. I like the videography work, man. I like the work you're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? I had to look you up, you know what I mean, so I wouldn't be on here talking about stuff and not knowing what I'm talking about. So,
yeah,
Firehouse.
That's compliments of my boy Big Phil there, man.
I saw that, directed by Big Phil. So, how long have you been going in the game where just basic off of looking you up on YouTube and checking out your social media and all? I see that a lot of your work is a little bit more polished and it seems a little bit more advanced than just just being an indie artist out here in the grind. So, how long you been going in the game, man? How long it take for you to get it polished like that?
Oh, man, seriously, and, doing it to succeed, trying to make a profit off it, I'd probably say I've been doing it for the last probably 4 years, and things are really starting to pick up, mid last year going into now, things are really starting to pick up now. And as far as quality of music and video, the way I look at it, man, is if you're going to do something, you're going to do it the right way, so it takes money to make money, so.
Huh. He said that I felt like you were reading a script.
No.
Relax, man. So, Birmingham, Alabama, what's going on down there? We have a lot of people down there right now. Shout out to our new A&R down there, Angela Toomas Smith. We sure appreciate it. We talked to a lot of people, and artists and producers and music industry people down there in Birmingham. And what's the vibe like that down there in Birmingham for you right now?
Oh, man, the vibe in Birmingham is nice. People are actually starting to pay more attention to their local artists now. with local artists in Birmingham are getting a lot more love now, and that's good for everybody. Everybody on that side wins.
So you said about 4 years you've been going like seriously at it, like in the business aspect of it. But what got you started in music? Like I'm an MC, and people be like, why out of all the different instruments you know how to play and all this other stuff, why you choose hip hop? I was like, I don't. What kind of question is that to ask somebody? I don't know. That's who I am.
Yeah, I know. What growing up, like me and my cousin, we used to do like these little jingles back growing up, and like just over time, I just got naturally good at it. Like my grandma always used to tell me I was beatboxing before I could even talk, like as a baby. So I know I was instantly attracted to the drums at church, and so I was playing the drums, and then me and my brother and our neighbor, we were doing this music. We had a little music group back in the day, and we went and ran to my mom and told her about it, and she was like, well, because we were deep in church, she was like, if you're going to do music, you're going to do it for the Lord. So I started off as me and my brother, we were a group, we were a gospel group. We probably, I'm 2 years older than him, so we were probably like 12 and 10 doing these huge gospel concerts as gospel artists. And I was writing, both of our verses and the songs. So as I got older, I kind of teetered away from it and, went into more of the, I guess they can say secular music, hip-hop side. And then I was in the band. I was in the band for 6 years, 4 years in high school and 2 years in college. So music has always been just in me, regardless.
Well, you play percussion?
Yeah, I played snare drum.
Oh, see, I had your back. I was low brass.
Okay. What you like? Trumpet?
Oh no! Trombone, baritone, and tuba.
Trombone, baritone. Okay, got it.
I was a dude in marching band with the big sousaphone with the school emblem in it, shaking and running around the field with my beret on.
Yeah. I went to Miles. Well, I went to J.O. Jackson Nolan High School, and then I left there and went to Miles College, man. PMM one time.
That's what it do. So I want to know something in particular about yourself. The name. Where the name come from? Because I was like, do I call him O or do I call him this? They call me O.
Well, O came from a childhood nickname. So when I was born, I looked. My mom always told me when I was born I looked real old. I had like wrinkled skin. I had Benjamin Button disease, so I had real wrinkled skin. And so my mom used to call me Mr. Old. It was O-L-D, so she used to call me Mr. Old, and that was a nickname that stuck with me. But over time, it got shortened to O. And when I wanted to do music, that was the name I always went by, was O. And I was just looking up different names, like making sure O wasn't taken as far as like legal purposes. So I was like, just in case, I would add they call me O on, for legal purposes.
Okay. So in Alabama right now for yourself, what are you looking forward to doing, like, with your music? Like, what's the direction of your music right now?
Right now, man, I feel like, I've always had an old soul, so I kind of like to have that old school Southern swing, but also with a new mix, and that comes from like the flavor of the instrumentals and the way I do the hooks or my lyrics. And I try to bring in like, the way it is these days. You got a dope beat and a catchy hook. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter what you're saying, but I try to bring it in like as far as mixing in lyrics, a nice beat, a catchy hook, all into one song. You know what I'm saying? But as far as Alabama, like I said earlier, the music scene, the local music scene in Alabama is actually on the rise right now. So I'm trying to get known further than just Birmingham and, move my way into other cities in Alabama and then out of the state as well.
Well, welcome to out of state and out the country, because they're listening.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a very strong family here, man. That's why when I was talking to you earlier, I said, welcome to the family, our broadcasting family and network. Our objective over here is to entertain the masses and make sure that the masses get the best in entertainment. And so when Mr. Mitchell or myself or Miss Music or Miss Smith, whenever she reaches out to artists, we want to see that. We want to hear about the good things that are happening with the artists from different regions and the peer groups that they sit in entertainment. There's a lot of people, they'll get into like, well, I don't like so and so from my city, and I had beef with so and so. It's like, man, you really don't want to talk about that right now. That's not really what gets people to want to come to your city and see what's up with the talent.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I definitely appreciated your approach on your tracks. Like the way you were describing the way that you put together your productions, I definitely picked that up, and I was like, oh, this is an all around song like this. Like he paid attention to marketing, like this music's gonna go. Like some music, people it'll go, but it has a regional flair to it. So it's like, I'm gonna kill it in the city, I'm gonna kill it in this state, I'm gonna kill it in this like tri-state. But then you hear some music and you're like, oh, this is about to go. And one of the tracks that you had, I was listening, I'm a hip hop advocate, MC myself, and you ain't got no bars though, I'm gonna say something. But you definitely have bars, and I definitely appreciated the more adult approach to your lyricism, like the content in your lyricism. I was like, oh, okay, all right. Preach, young man, preach. But then I saw the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, like, don't get it twisted, part 2. I was like, oh, okay, I see. But
yeah, I definitely like to switch it up, man.
So,
but I like to entertain, but I like to also, if I have to, show the people actually what I, show them the other side of my music, which is lyrics first. I'm a lyrical person first before an entertainer. But I'm having to get out of my own way now to reach a broader audience because I'm trying to go more towards entertainment rather than just catching people by lyrics. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you got to put the package together, man. Got to keep that pie balanced out. Well, I want to ask you then, like, coming up, it sounds like you had a very eclectic, like, music upbringing, coming up in the church and then being drawn to percussion and having that following that all the way through high school and then in college. What would you say if you could say, there's no number on how many, but throughout your life and even now with, like, hip-hop and entertainment and getting into production and all, who would you say were some of your, like, strongest, like, musical influences, like some of your strongest entertainers that, like, you were like, man, if I can pull something off like, I might be able to get a little something out here.
Yeah. But to be honest on that part, like growing up, like I was always either around my grandmother or like an older person, and my mom, she loved, I think her favorite song, and she had it on repeat for years, Return of the Mac, and then. Every time I went to my grandma's house, she'll just play on repeat, Practice What You Preach. So it was actually like I love older music, like. But when I got into the hip hop scene, because growing up with my brother and my uncle, all they did was hip hop, and I was the weird kid out of the bunch. I like symphony, orchestra, and I just like sounds. I didn't like rap. I didn't like stuff with words. I just like the sounds and stuff. But like once I actually got into hip hop, it was TM102. The Young Jeezy's second album, TM102. That's what brought me into that side of it.
Huh. Well, now I'm gonna have to let Miss Music talk because you done hurt all my feelings. I thought you would say, Yogi 1AO when I was coming up, really inspired me to do this music thing, and I didn't make the list. Oh.
No, man, it ain't nothing like that.
I'll go work on my back to the drawing board. I gotta go work on my bars.
Oh, you good?
Now, but Miss Music, what you feeling right now? I mean, Mr. O right here is one of the artists that we've had on from Birmingham, and what you feeling from the brother right now?
Like, you know how I am. I want to hear that music. Like, I just want to hear it, It's like the cha-ching. I want to hear that music. I want to hear what the new stuff he's got, because we already know who he is. So we've had him on the show before, and I'm curious to hear what he's got new, right? You know?
What projects you been working on? What we playing for you this evening? What projects you been working on?
Y'all playing Drinks Up from my upcoming. That's a single from my upcoming album, Ladies Free Before 11, that I'm working on right now, and it's being produced by Benny Hurst, Bomb Productions.
Oh, and, shout out Benny Hurst and Bomb Productions. He's a brother of the squad too, man.
Yep, I remember that name.
Yeah, that's we rock with brother Benny Hurst. Shout out Benny Hurst and Bomb Productions down there in Birmingham. That brother does a lot for the culture down there, man.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's been
well, I
doing
like
for a good while now.
I like the title of that joke too. Like, what made you come up with the Ladies Free Before 11?
Well, originally the project was called Black Book, because I know, like, it was brought, my homeboy Carl, he brought it to me. He was saying I should do a project strictly for women, because I when I make a song about women, it usually is one of my better songs off my project. So I decided to dedicate the entire project to females, but it was going to be like a storyline. It was going to be a relationship type joint. But then when I started writing the songs to it, they ended up being like club type songs. I'm like, let me change this into like a club type album, but catered to women at the same time. So that's why I changed the name from Black Book to Ladies Free Before 11.
Like, yeah, that caught me. See, that like the title, that was real smart. That's what I was saying. Like, in the music, when people hear the music, that was real smart, because the title itself caught me. I was like, I thought you were, like, looking at it, it looked like a promotional flyer for, like, a show you may have had coming up. And then I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, oh, this is the album. Oh, I was like, you got me. That was good. That was good right there. It caught that attention. It made me do that second look. It made me read it. But I got
Jeff Soda took that picture, man.
That's what's up. Shout out to that brother right there with a good videography and photography for the brother right now. Man, for everybody that's tuned in right now, y'all know what it is. It's WBOKRadio.com, the Encore live show. Right now we live on the line with an artist at MC from Birmingham, Alabama. They said they call me O. Live brother right now on the line with us. Coming to us via Seahorse Media Group. Shout out Benny Hurst down there at Bomb Productions. Shout out his team, Firehouse Squad. We got a track that we want the brother to give us a little insight on. You know what I'm saying? Because we're talking about this track for the ladies. And I know a couple other tracks, too, that, I want to talk about in a little bit. But what's going on with this Any Last Words, though?
Any Last Words? Oh, that was a song I did with G-Child. He's a singer out of Birmingham, too. Any Last Words, that was a project. That was working on a project. I was working on my second mixtape, and it was a storyline, because when I write my project, there's always some type of storyline. It's either like an underlying story, whether you won't even notice it until, you make it to certain songs. But Any Last Words was the ending song. It's gonna be the ending song of that mixtape, but that mixtape kind of got broken down into 2 EPs. But Any Last Words is a true story. It was me fighting demons. Like, just say, when you're going through a near-death experience, how things will probably kind of slow down around you, and you might have an entire conversation with yourself, right before something bad happens. So that's what that song was really about.
Huh. Sounds deep right there. So you got some bars on there for him there, right?
Yeah.
There's some good production on there, right?
Yeah. It was good production on there too.
Okay. I'm just making sure because with music, she can't wait to hear the music. She's an A&R, so like she's like, I want to hear the music. Any last words, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, Birmingham, Alabama.
cause this is my city. I grew up around screw-ups and niggas that rather sell and do drugs. Y'all new thugs, these niggas hate everybody, call them the Black Ku Klux. They love when you hustle, but they'll hit you if you make too much. No excuse, but I refuse to be loser. Had to be cool and keep newer. I had to use what I knew to loosen that noose up. Met a dude that threw 6 deuce up. Introduced me to his crew, they did what they do. I drew blood with no cuts and no luck. I'm a product of my surroundings, affected my life outside it. Infected by money, violence, and women that kept me grounded. A red rag in my pocket, wore that shit more than my wallet. With a switchblade in my socks in case some shit popped off. I didn't really stick with a click until 2008. Even we ain't entirely straight, but somehow we make it. I got along with everybody, I still strayed away. I wasn't really into violence, I still joined the game. What's going on in my brain?
No matter where you go in my city, bet I survive. Do what it takes to get by. When you come on my side, make sure you come correct. Make sure you come correct. Make sure you come correct.
Look, this is your common sense speaking. Nice to meet you. I'm that good feeling you get when you're tripping, not from eating. This is needed information. Look how he holding his gun. His hand is severely shaking. He got the shot but won't take it. So why are you hesitating? You should be grabbing your gat. If I had any last words, I'd tell your ass to bust back. Apologies for my bluntness, but bro, we in this together. This ain't no time to be running no Pacquiao, no Mayweather. You better do what I tell you before that let it pale you. Shit, I'm compelled to take over and make you shoot that shell, dude. Eject, fool. It's life or death. What the hell did you expect, fool? How could you disgrace so set like that? Tell me why they elect you. Neglect me? Your friends gon' be screaming now, oh, rest in peace. Less than 3 seconds remains before he proves he a G. What's it gon' be? Him, you, or me?
No matter where you go in my city, bet I survive. Do what it takes to get by. When you come on my side, make sure you come correct. Make sure you come correct. Make sure you come correct.
If I had any last words, I asked my homies if they miss me. Did you predict this or did you wish it? I'm listening. Tell me if I kick the bucket, will you spill all of my secrets to the public? Tell my mother and my brothers that I love them. Tell my girlfriend I was busting all the homies, huh? That gas money she gave me was spent on condoms and a stick of gum. Is this what will become of me for everything I've done? If my father saw me now, would he be proud to call me a son? I'm a product of my surroundings, I can't blame y'all. Gotta stand 10 toes to the ground if I can't aim tall. They say change the people I'm around if I can't change y'all. But if my niggas hold me down, well then I can't fall. Never thought karma from so long ago would come back to haunt me. Never thought a man pointing the gun would be something in front me. If I had any last words, I whisper to my mama. I guarantee he coming with me if he take me from you. I promise.
No matter where you go in my city, bet I survive. Do what it takes to get by. When you come on my side, make sure you come correct. Make sure you come correct. Make sure you come correct. This is my city.
Chill, boy. Chill, boy. Go ahead, Miss Music. Get them.
What's up? What you think?
Told you. How'd you hear that? That's what I'm talking about, people. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's the stuff that sounds like it should be on the radio. Salute to you. That's what I want to hear from my artists out there. Salute to you.
I appreciate it.
Some heavy words right there. I'm gonna get my feeling back. I don't get reviews like that on my music. Jesus. I guess what I would have to say about that track in particular, Mr. O, from Birmingham, Alabama, worldwide premiere the track. You know, I don't know. I mean, you know, I like the track. I'm fine, man. That's on fire, bro. I like that. That's exactly what I was explaining to people before the music played about how your delivery and your lyrical content, like what you're talking about in your not just showing that you know how to rap. A lot of people, they get on a track, they get a dope track, and they get on that track and they try to prove that they know how to rap. It doesn't make sense. There's no content to it. There's nothing you can follow in what they're saying. There's nothing that you want. There's no reason why you want to hear the next verse. You know what I mean? And salute to you, though. I like it. I think it's very well placed on a platform of being in all 50 states and over 30-something countries right now being heard. I think that you did an awesome job. You and your team did an awesome job on that one. Salute to you on that one, sir.
Appreciate it, man. Glad y'all like it.
Now, before your head get too big to stay in the room, I got to ask you some hard knock questions.
Okay.
What do you feel about the current state of hip-hop?
Man, I think as far as hip-hop, I'd say, me personally, I feel like hip-hop doesn't have a single, it's like if you just, I'm trying to relate it. Let's say if I related to race, hip-hop is the type of music. It's white, black, Latino. You know what I'm saying? It's different colors of music is what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to put it towards a culture. I'm trying to, like, you have, like, the way I that have these stories they want.
The way I describe it is that there's different genres of hip-hop.
Yeah. And then you have, like, people, like, I watched, I was looking at Young Thug's Instagram, and, like, I like a couple of his tracks, but, like, me, when I listen to music, if I don't like the person, the artist as a person, I'm not gonna listen. Like, I went back and listened to Young Thug. He did a behind the scenes, and he said, I'm not a rapper, I'm not a hip hop. He said, I'm not a lyricist, I'm an entertainer. This is what I do, and I had to respect that because now I understand why he rapped the way he rapped. You know what I'm saying? Or if you go to this super dope lyricist and that person is an asshole outside of their music, I don't want to be involved with your music. I don't want to listen because I don't want to give you any kind of praise because you're not a good person. You know what I'm saying? So
I hear you.
There's no one genre. As hip-hop is, we all are hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? Different types of music does give different types of people different types of feelings. You get what I'm saying? Like, now, people might not look at me and might not know I like to go to, symphony concerts and like to go watch the Blue Man Group or, stuff like that.
I wanted to ask you with the follow that question. Do you feel like the way that mainstream hip hop has been going for a while has revived or given a lot more light on the indie circuit of hip-hop? Do you think that indie artists are getting more shine and more attention and the cities are embracing them more because the mainstream music that's being put out isn't what the masses really want? Like, that's the way I feel about it. But do you feel like there's been, like, some type of transition like that going on?
Yeah, because the way I look at it, everything now is social media. And you got there's so many ways to put your music out, so many platforms. So, like, back in the day, all we had was CDs. That's the only way, or a concert. That's the only way you were able to get in touch with your favorite artist, or have some kind of relationship with them. But now you have social media and YouTube where people can put videos and you feel like you know them just off watching that. So indie artists are getting a lot more love now because there's different ways to get your music to the people besides just getting a bunch of CDs and going out. And even though that's the best way to me to do it, just get out in these people's faces and show them who you are. But there are other ways to do it now. So it's a lot easier for indie artists to get out there now.
See, we have this thing here in my region. There's a lot of historical stages. There's a lot of big stages, like in a very condensed area. And it's like it's all these venues, all these great venues are shared with like 5-6 different states worth of talent. And, when stars come to town, of course the club's going to be packed. Of course the venue's going to sell out, But I start seeing more where indie artists start selling out the same theaters. Indie artists start selling out the same clubs. And I think it's like from what we heard in your track that we just listened to, there's more authenticity. It's like how a lot of people don't. I'll put it in reference to sports. With music and entertainment, I like to keep things like in a perspective that people can think about. To me, I think of the music as an entertainment business. I think about it as classes. Some people they'll drop out. They'll get a GED. Some people are professors. Some people are in high school. Some people, they're in different phases of their path in entertainment. But with the indie draw, I feel like there was a lot more understanding of the music business. I think that's something that opened up with like social media and information being in your hands. It's like what you were talking about. For everybody that's tuned in, the way that the brother O was talking about before, for us old school artists, we call that when we used to go out the trunk. You had your squad and y'all hit the city, y'all hit the strip malls, and you was popping them CDs off. And people got to know you. People got to hear your music. But it's developed to where there's more platforms to be able to put your music out. But I think that people miss the intimacy of being able to see an indie artist literally like develop, like from going, like I saw him like a year ago at this venue and he was all right, but he had some stuff to work on, and then a year later you're at a venue and you see him and you're like, man, I'm glad. I used to watch him like a year ago. He came a long way. I really like this joint, where it's not. That's where a lot of people in music, they always say, man, it's not. When people like when you let your friends or you let like people around you that don't do music or anything, when you let them hear part of a project that you're working on, and they're blown away, they're like, man, how come you ain't, man, what? You're like, oh, talent alone doesn't, that's when you have to have that talk with them and give them the reality check. Like, oh, I believe me, I think that too. But it's not talent that'll get you up there on like the award shows and all that. There's a lot more to it. You got to have the business part of it together as well. And
I'm learning that right now.
It's some good stuff. It's some good stuff. It's something that a phrase that a lot of people use, but we're one of those. We take a lot of pride at WBOKRadio.com with our network, and not just our broadcasting network, but with our network of people that we interact with, and from all different parts of entertainment. We really value the phrase, your network is your net worth. You have to have a network to be able to build your net worth. As an artist, you're expected to do everything. You're supposed to be at every club. You're supposed to have 5 videos a week out, and you're supposed to be showing up doing guest appearances at birthday parties and things. You're like, man, I gotta go to sleep. I gotta go to work. You're like, what? What? You go to work? Have you felt any pressure on yourself, like personally or professionally, as you progress with your music?
Yeah, it's slowly building up, because like, just say I'm noticing I'm having to take, like, if we're at work and I have my vacation days, I'm having to use my personal vacation days that I use to chill to, go do a show, or go to this party, or go out to this, this town and pass these CDs out. So I'm starting to feel the pressure of, you have to put in the work, and it's more work than I expected, honestly. So like, you have some people that can just get it. Like, well, it's just me, my personal opinion. You might have some people that just get lucky and have that one song break, go crazy. Then you have the other people that have to put in the work, to get that notice. But I think that those people have a more cult following, because they had those fans from the start. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Well, that's what I believe happened with. It's like, hip-hop for me, like lyricism lyricism was like always been important to me. It's like I was like I loved Pharoah Monch when he was coming out. You know, Nas still, you know, lyrically, and I like Mos Def. You know, I was a big, I lived in Chicago before I moved to Maryland, and I was a big Common fan. You know, I still am. You know, but I've always, but as I started to go into being an artist myself and like jump, you know, you got to take that jump. I was like, man, one of the most important things that I've seen through all the people that I've liked is their showmanship, like the package. Like you can't just sit and write a good song. You know, you have to do the other work with it as well. You gotta network. You gotta go out and literally become a business. You have to go through the processes and steps of getting your name and getting the words that you write and getting your tax IDs, all, you know, and you're like, man, I just like performing for the people. It's like, well, we like when you perform for the people, so you should do the right things. And you're like, I didn't even think it was going to be all this, dog.
Yeah, and I'm the same
like,
way, man, because I just like it. Me, just personally, I'm just a fan of music. You know, it might sound like a cliche or, you know, but I'm not in it for the money. I'm comfortable the way I am now. Like, if I didn't do this another day, I would be fine. But I'm saying I just love music so much I can't let it go. So, and then I always hear, bro, you're so good at it, you at least give it a shot. You know, so the business aspect of it, I'm learning that as I go now. I'm like, you have to. It's more than just going in that booth and you know, pouring your heart out on the song. You know, on the beat. You have to go behind that beat and get the paperwork right. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So.
And this music.
Yeah.
And what you do and what you've done for artists and in your positions, where his head's at right now, what do you think? Especially with what we've heard, with the talent that we've heard from and like listening to this young man speak, like, where do you think his head's at right now, and like what advice would you give him, like, as an A&R?
Well, I mean, his music's in the right direction, you know. I don't know exactly what he's got set up to start going, you know, into detail on, you know, how successful he's being. But as long as, like I say, every show, as long as he, you know, promotes his music the right way, as long as he's got his ASCAP, his BMI, he's got the legality down, you know, he can make money for his music and he can do whatever he wants to do with it. So I think that right now he's pretty much, you know, got a lot of his bases covered, and he just needs to get it out there more, like he said. So that's more about, you know, distribution, getting it out there. So I think the next thing he would need to do, if he hasn't already done it, is the music distribution. Other than that, you know, there's people out there that he can hook up with that do tours and stuff like that. I know some people in Florida that do tours. I know some people in Georgia that do full tours. So if he wants to get on some tours, you know, we can hook him up with that too. So basically, whatever you're lacking is just what he needs to build on. And I think that he's doing a great job, and I can't wait to see where he goes, you know, with his music distribution. You can always check out Mad Street for their music distribution. You can check out even my company, which is actually more for managers and people out there that have their own artist labels out there that have their own artists, and they have multiples, and they have numbers, and they're doing stuff. You can come over to Alms International Music Agency, and we can hook you up with music distribution over there. I mean, there's different sites out there that you can go to get it. So it's a matter of seeing where he's going to go now, where he's going to end up on stage at, and like I said, where he's going to have his music, you know, going through Spotify, you know, all these major places that you can actually get access to just by the internet. So I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, where he's going to go, but I'm very impressed with the new tracks. Definitely the new track that I just heard, oh my gosh, like, I want to rewind it. It's still in my head. So
I appreciate it.
I know, it's still in my head. But yeah, like, I'm loving it though. I can't wait to hear the next one. How many tracks you got for us tonight?
How many do I have?
Yeah, how many?
How many tracks do I have tonight?
That we're playing on the show.
On the show?
Yeah, on the show. How many you sent in? For real. I hope you sent in like 3 or 4, man. You ain't gonna cut me off on one now.
No.
Don't you do that to me. Man, you'll have to replay that song 3 times on the show tonight. Shoot.
Okay.
Well, have you thought about all of that? Is that something like in your directive and in your path and what you're doing with yourself? Like, do you have, like, let us know about some of your goals that you have coming up next for you. Like, are you looking in the path of like the things that Miss Music was talking about, or are you kind of still like?
Shoot, like where's the show gonna be at, man? Come on, you gotta hit me up.
Yeah, man. Stuff like me, man. When I'm focused on one thing, I'm focused on that one thing. Like, I was writing. When I'm writing a project, I'm focused. My mind is set on that project. And like when I learned, it was almost kind of discouraging sometimes. Like when I learned about all the behind the scenes stuff you had to do with, getting a BMI and ASCAP, getting things copywritten, and it was just so much. It was overwhelming. And I understand there are other people that handle that type of stuff, but it's just I'm like I just want to focus on the music. That's just how I look at it sometimes.
Exactly. Yes, you're right. It's true. And but you know, like you said though, all you gotta do is find access to people that do things like that. So it's possible. And if you're focused on one project, why don't you start looking into finding somebody that does that, and now they can do it for you while you still focus on your project.
Yeah.
Now, certain music agencies are good for that too. So they do all the paperwork for you. You just got to pay them.
You got to pay to play.
Exactly. Anything's possible is what I'm saying. If you want to do it, you can still do it. There are people, for your knowledge right now, there are people out there that get paid to do that. So if you have an income budget that you want to be able to do that, you know what I'm saying, I can ask some people out there, if they know anybody that does that, and, maybe slide them your way. But you got to start, if you're really interested in doing it, look for somebody that does that for you. That way you can still be on your project, because there are agencies and places and people out there that do all that for you, Yeah. So, but you're going to have to be involved a little bit now. You're going to have to be involved a little bit, because when they go to file your ASCAP and BMI, they have to know exactly what you do in order to file it, because you got to make sure you don't file the wrong thing that you claim. There's composer, there's a whole bunch of different stuff. So you got to make sure that you pick the right, stuff and have the right information. But other than that, there's people out there that can do that for you. Definitely.
Okay.
So don't get discouraged. In other words, there you go. You're going to get some light at the end of the tunnel. You can still do that. Keep your project and get somebody to do that for you,
Okay.
I have a, if I may.
Go ahead.
I always tell artists that, like, hey man, I got this track. I'm working with these people, and and they'll get their ASCAP or BMI squared away, and they'll get their music copywritten, and everything. And they're like, man, I'm trying to do this and that, and I'm like, man, before you get into anything that has to do with finances. And it's something that I had to learn, because I had the same kind of directive. I had the same kind of path. Made this track. I own it. Copywritten. Everything is registered. Like, I'm ready to rock and roll with this joint. I'm ready to put it up on everything, And I got slowed down, and they were like, do you have an entertainment lawyer? And I was like, what? They were like, do you have an entertainment lawyer on retainer? And I was like, no. Like, why? I need one. It's like when you first start making music and you start gaining some momentum, and people are like, you start learning. You have to sit down and read up on ASCAP and BMI and see which one you're going to. She's like, I ain't never I have to think about any of that. I just make songs, man. Do I gotta do this? Like, I gotta write it all down the way I said it and send it into the copyright off, like all of it. But I want to go make another one right now,
Yeah, you gotta have them, though. You gotta have them.
But that's something that's a piece of advice that I always want to pass down to artists on the rise. Is before you go into the heavy financial parts, especially when it comes to any potential financial gain for yourself. Like when you start going into distribution, you start going into like the monetary parts of music. A very good piece of advice is not to like have like where you're paying like a lawyer like $500 an hour to go sit and talk to them about stuff, but on a retainer, so that if you have any questions legally about anything that you're doing, it's not the opinion of someone that may have gone through it in their way, but you can have a lawyer that's there for you that you can call. Like hold on, like when you can pull them boss moves when you're like, oh, you want to do some work, you gotta show you want to, oh, you want to do a collab. Hold on, let me call my lawyer real quick and make sure this is cool. Then you're that guy in the room. Then you're that guy in the room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I was doing when I was promoting for A-Team Entertainment, CNN in the Building, Capone and Noriega, when I was East Coast Digital Radio, you can check them out, .net. When I was doing major artists for them, we had contracts not only like the place has a contract for the artist, but sometimes the artists even have contracts for the managers or the promoters, out there that are trying to get the thing. And then me being the one that I was a promoter, and I had mainstream artists like Huey and Ludacris and Jay-Z and Lil Wayne on roster. Like, I had to create my own contract to take to the clubs. So if the clubs reneged, and I had one for the artists, if the artist or the club reneged, I was going to get paid regardless. And I was just doing that as as a promoter. And it's like I still had to have contracts for the artist in the club. So if I'm a promoter and I have contracts for artists and clubs, think about it. You got to have a contract from where? A lawyer. You know what I'm saying? If you don't protect yourself, you could come into problems. You could lose money, and the money that you put into that is an investment. That's money. So definitely, entertainment lawyer, yes. You get a contract from somebody, get you an entertainment lawyer. Make sure, because you have to protect yourself as an artist.
Okay.
And even a promoter has to go to an entertainment lawyer to get those contracts too. So definitely protect yourself as an artist. Definitely. Don't get
and it was real funny because I know you've seen the 5 Heartbeats, right?
Right.
All right. Do you remember that manager, Big Red?
Yeah, the one that hold people out the window and stuff.
Yeah, that's Mr. Hawthorne James. We've had him on the show before as well. He sat down and chopped it up with us for a couple hours as well. I think he was out in Vegas. Shout out Hawthorne James out there. But you don't want to end up in one of them kind of situations because you signed a piece of paper. You don't want to be in the office with Big Red before the show.
Yeah.
Or Suge Knight hanging white rappers out the window, I heard recently. Like, what?
Yeah, see,
you don't want to be shows.
You don't want to be in no Suge Knight situation, Right? Oh, you going to sign this paper. It's like, I kind of want to review it with my lawyer first. It's like, what you say? Nah, you don't want that. But it's like you expressed, do you think that I have my opinions on it, but in your opinion, like in your region and what you've seen from artists that you followed, like on the come up, and you thought that they were going to blow, do you think that it's the pressures of the business that comes with it that makes people tap out?
I think it's that, and also like not getting out what you put into it, and it's like some artists are just so drained and burned out from just tired of giving and nothing coming from it. That's what is burning artists out these days.
Because you expressed how it wasn't overwhelming for you, but you said like it caught you.
Yeah.
Like did it, like initially, was it something that made you feel like, man, I don't know if I want to go that far with it if I'm have to do all this?
Yeah, it was definitely the legal side of it. Even though, like we mentioned, there are people that can handle that, but it was just so much. I'm thinking it's so simple. It's just putting pen to paper. Putting pen to paper and putting your breath to the mic. But other than that, and then I had a big issue with like the stage fright. It scared me away from my music. In the beginning, but I've gotten over that. But those are a few things that almost scared me away from trying to do it.
So what kept you going? Like, I know you got a team which you like, but what kept you going through it, man? Like, was it your belief in your talent, or did you have like supporters that were like, man, nah, you can't stop now kind of vibe going with you?
Yeah, it was both actually. Like my homeboy Carl, that's who I've been rocking with since the beginning, and he constantly called me cussing me out like, hey, why you ain't at the studio, or why you ain't doing this or doing that. And I'm like, man, I just put out a song and a video. Give me about 3 months to do the next one. But I had to get out of my own way with stuff like that. And then I had people like in my corner like, man, you good. And me, I'm a real modest person. Like, I'm thinking, okay, you just telling me this because it's me. But, like, you hear people that you never met, you met day one, and I'm not even in the room, and somebody recorded it, and somebody saying how nice I was, you know, how nice the music was, and then I go back and watch the video like, okay, well, people actually digging it. You know, maybe I should give it a shot. Because you don't want to, like, my band director always used to say, you don't want to be saying, I'm glad I did or I wish I would have. You know what I'm saying? So I want to at least give it a shot whether I fail or succeed. You know what I'm saying?
So what you feeling like right now on the teeter, on the balance? You feel like you're failing or succeeding right now? Be honest.
Right now, I feel like I'm learning. I'm slowly excelling, not at the rate that I would like to be, but I do feel like I'm excelling. I'm excelling steadily, but not at the rate but I am excelling. But I'm still learning as I go. Just like I have.
Well,
go ahead.
No, go ahead, sir.
Oh, I was just saying, like, I'm having a listening party in a few weeks, and just the fact of even knowing that I have, like, people taking time out of their day to come listen to my album, you know, to give me their advice on what they think how they feel it sounds. It's just knowing that people are taking time to come do that is just humbling. You know what I'm saying? It makes you feel good.
Oh, you having a listening party, are you, huh?
Yeah.
Did you get flyers printed up and stuff? Like you sending like out social media invites and stuff?
Flyers are printed up. They'll be ready tomorrow.
Oh. That's to help promote like the show and where you're going to be at and the song and everything, right?
Yeah.
You know, it is a really good place to do that.
On the radio.
Let the people know about your listening party, man.
Hey, man, I'm having a listening party for my upcoming album, Latest Free Before 11, February 23rd, 6 o'clock at Firehouse Studios.
And not everybody live in Alabama, man. Some people might actually come out. So, like, let the people know where you're going to be at. Where's Firehouse and all that?
Hold on 1 second. How y'all doing, man? I go by CEO Boom with Firehouse Productions. If anybody want to come out, it's located in Birmingham, Alabama. 85 Backby Drive. 35209.
Y'all heard that? It's going down in Alabama. We got the listening party for the brother on the line right now, Mr. O out of Birmingham, Alabama, playing with that Firehouse squad and there with Bomb Productions. I see you. See, the problem is these aren't people that we don't know. The whole world know these folks, and you playing with fire over there, young man. It's a lot. That's when that pressure comes from you. When the people that you rock with, you're like, oh, you don't take it that way. But then other people see like, well, you be rocking with them, so you must be real dope then, huh? Like I'm just doing some work, man. I don't know. Like what you gonna rob me for some? It looked like you're trying to rob me for some bars or something. All right.
No.
All right, I'll give them up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go ahead and give the people a little shout. The brother, Mr. O, I want him to go ahead and tell us about this next track we got coming up. I know Miss Music over there, she quiet. She's like, yo, we keep talking. He ain't playing this music. I want to hear more of the music. But we got this track titled Drinks Up coming up next. What's going on with Drinks Up? Tell us about that one.
All right, to be 100% honest, Drinks Up was an idea brought to me by my homeboy Carl. That's the one, CEO Boom. That's who just gave y'all the address. It was brought to me by him because Benny Hurst. I was listening to his Saturday Cook Up, and he had a beat on there that I just could not get out of my head. So we bought that instrumental from him, and we kept trying to get the vibe. We were like, the instrumental's so nice. We don't know what vibe. We want to keep it sexy, grown and sexy. That was our whole thing. So the hook to Drinks Up it wasn't written by me. It was brought to me by CEO Boom. So like at first when he brought it to me, I was like, man, I don't like that because like I said, I had to get out of my own way. I don't like simple stuff when it comes to music. So my hook was lyrical, and it was what Benny told me was long, you know, because it wasn't repeating. It was just a constant run-on sentence. So they made me, you know, simplify the hook and just say drinks up, you know, the hook that it is now. And me personally, I hate repeating stuff. So that was a hard day for me in the studio. But after the reactions I got from the song, man, I ended up learning. I learned to love it, and I learned that I have to get out of my own way when it comes to this business, man. Sometimes you have to do what other people want, you know, before you can give them what they need. You get what I'm saying? So that's how Drinks Up came. Like, so if you listen to it, well, you've heard it, but the first verse of Drinks Up was actually originally my hook. That was the hook that I brought to Benny and Carl. So that's why it got changed out. It was long.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right from the horse's mouth. Mr. O out of Birmingham, Alabama, live on WBOKRadio.com on the Encore Live Show. We told you we're bringing y'all the best. Shout out Firehouse Productions. Shout out Benny Hurst over there at Bond Productions. Man, we about to go in. This next track, Drinks Up, Mr. O, Birmingham, Alabama in the building. It's Encore Live.
Drinks in the air, put 'em up, bills everywhere, a fat ass in every chair. I'm down, put 'em up if you feeling right. Let's have a toast to the realest night. And yeah, scratch that, I'm a toast to you. Tell me how can I get close to you? You had me when I said hello to you. Tell me what a player supposed to do. It's for the baddest woman in the room. Drinks up, 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 drinks up. Hey, in the air if you feeling right. Let's have a toast to the good life. Hey, drinks up, 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 drinks up. Hey, all my ladies in here looking nice. Let's have a toast to the good life. I'm hearing music when I'm close to you. I know I gotta come correct when I'm approaching you. I'm serious. I love the way you got me feeling. You the baddest woman in the building. Bartender, one for the lady. Let me know just how that drink tastes. I'm looking at you through a bottle, got the same shape. Look like an Instagram model, booty ain't fake. And when she take her makeup off, she got the same face. She got her friends with her, each one is eight or better. You come at one, you gotta take the rest of them. That's how they run if you can't take the pressure. Get out the player section, you'll get an A for effort. I take the B for better. I got that C-class outside, give us an E for the exit. Give her the D if she lets me. She know I'm a G and respects it, but F it. Yo, let me get a cup of Crown Vanilla. One for the lady, she won't take it, I'll just crown the next one. Drinks up, drinks up, drinks up, drinks up, drinks up, drinks up, drinks up. Hey, in the air if you feeling right. Let's have a toast to the good life. Hey, drinks up, 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 drinks up. Hey, all my ladies in here looking nice. Let's have a toast to the good life. I tell them, fellas too, I ain't forget about you. Those gator shoes with the linen suit, or denim shoes with the Timberland boots. You smelling good and your beard is grown. You coming through like you the baddest brother in the room. That's how I'm feeling in the bathroom mirror. And when I make my appearance, then the path should be cleared. And then I pay the bartender for a glass of the spirit. She told me this one's on the crib, cause I don't pass up on tips. I'm feeling frisky, asking this chick her digits. She said, if I give you my number, will you promise to hit me? You said, hit it? She said, no, hit me. I said, sorry, I'm tripping. What you drinking? She said, a whiskey on the rocks with a lemon. Hey, bartender, yo, what you need? Can I get one for the lady, please? She said she want a shot with a chaser, please. My homie said, stop caking these. It ain't caking when your bakery got them pastries. Drinks up, 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 drinks up. Hey, in the air if you feeling right. Let's have a toast to the good life. Hey, drinks up, 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 drinks up. Hey, all my ladies in here looking nice. Let's have a toast to the good life. Can I get a shot of Henny for Sedity with expensive pumps? A panty dropper for the ladies who ain't rocking none. Something fruity for the cutie with the big old booty. A shot of vodka, even thoughts get a swallow. Let's send the bottle to the Barbie. I know she see me watching. I got that sex on the beach for the bikini bodies. Can I get a margarita for the senoritas? It don't matter what you're drinking, not just in the visa. So drinks up, 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 drinks up. Hey, in the air if you feeling right. Let's have a toast to the good life. Hey, drinks up, 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 drinks up. Hey, all my ladies in here looking nice. Let's have a toast to the good life. Drinks up, 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 drinks up. Hey, in the air if you feeling right. Let's have a toast to the good life. Hey, drinks up, 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 drinks up. Hey, all my ladies in here looking nice. Let's have a toast to the good life.
Man, hey, look. I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you real quick. I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the WBOKRadio.com listener audience and the Encore Live show, I'm going to bring the boss on. HNIC Mitchell in the building. Boss, please speak to the people.
Wow, man, I tell you, that Drinks Up track, man, I'm telling you, you were saying that you didn't like saying stuff over and over again, but I'm telling you, that is definitely a club banger. I can see every club in town playing that track, man. That's a very nice track, man. Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it, man.
Man,
yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. You got you something. Go ahead, Larry.
No, I was gonna say that's coming. See, I got this thing where like Miss Music, she finds artists and she finds music. I find artists, I find music, but when we call it, I call it is when you get the boss's ear, you know, that's that stamp right there. You got
man.
Mr. Mitchell be playing with heavyweight.
Hey, that track is what really hooked me. In the very beginning, that track is what hooked me in the very beginning. First off, that Drinks Up track, she submitted that to me a little bit over a week ago, and man, I'm telling you, I was like, man, we definitely got to have him on the show. This cat, man, he's all over it. I'm telling you, man, that track is a club banger. It's a club banger. You send it, you submit that out to all the clubs, and I guarantee you, the majority of them will play that track because it's relating to what they're doing. They're trying to sell drinks, and then if they're playing Drinks Up, that's going to make them sell more drinks, man. You know what I'm saying? That's going to make them sell more drinks. So you that's a win-win situation for them. It's a win-win. Mm-hmm.
That's my current single about
it. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. I got more. I actually want to talk to you more about that. I actually got. He was saying that's his current single. But I actually want to talk to you more one-on-one about that because I got a couple of plans. I got a couple of things in mind that I'd like to get with you on. But I definitely want to talk to you more one-on-one about that track. Okay?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Most definitely, man. Appreciate it.
Okay. All right. That's a bet. All right.
Miss Music, what's Drinks Up doing in Florida right now?
Huh?
What's Drinks Up doing in Florida right now? What's that track doing in Florida right now?
Like that track just popping. It's popping. Definitely popping, like Boss said. I like it. It's got a different feeling, but I like the second one. I see that, in the clubs and, just relaxing.
Yes.
To it. Definitely,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's nice. Lyrics were nice. Chorus was nice. Yeah, I'm loving it. I want to hear more. I'm sorry.
It makes you want to go buy a drink, man. You know what I'm saying? It makes you want to go get a drink. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So the clubs are going to be feeling that, man. You send that out to clubs, and clubs are going to be feeling that. They're going to be, everybody's going to be wanting to get drinks after hearing that track. So that's a win-win situation. Mm-hmm.
Glad y'all like it, man.
When I was going to say, in talking to you about how you structure your projects, how you structure your songs, I could definitely feel that you stuck to your lyricism. But and I can see what you were talking about, like Mr. Mitchell said about about repeating yourself, about the repetition of the track, but it worked.
Right.
It worked.
Yeah.
The anthem in itself is going, but then when you listen, like we listen to the words that people are saying. And when I listen to what you're saying, it's completely clear. Like you're very articulate when you spit, which is always good for people that listen to the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Everything can be understood, and then the storyline of what you're saying. Like I wanted to say, it gave me like an old school feeling, like that ice cream from Wu-Tang, how you were going through the different drinks for different types of ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Margarita for the senoritas. I heard that track, Margarita for the senoritas. I like that track.
Yeah, man, like
he got sex on the beach. He said he got sex on the beaches for the bikini bodies. I was like, there you go.
Right.
I try to create a track around, like, well, not a track, try to create a project as a whole, like, around, if I'm going to create a project, I'm going to give it that one subject, and I'm going to write every song based around that one subject. So I don't try to stick to this one song. I'm going to make this one song and hope that it goes. I try to create a complete body of work. That's how I base my albums or my mixtape or anything.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So have you submitted any of your projects, any of your singles to Fleet DJs yet?
No, never heard Fleet DJs.
Hey yo, shout out Fleet DJs, man. That's like one of the largest DJ organizations like around. Shout out Nonchalant, President. Shout out all the DJs that I rock with, DJ Genius, DJ Gemini, all the ones on all the major DJs that like these are the like Fleet DJs. If you write that down, look up Fleet DJs and how to submit your music. There's a lot of mixtapes. There's a lot of circulation that goes all over the place, and like that track right there will play. That track will play at the club. You know it will play at the club.
Yeah.
And you said Fleet, F-L-E-E-T?
Yeah,
Fleet. Foxtrot, Lima, Echo, Tango.
Gotcha. I'll look at the gap a bit.
But man, I'm Mr. Mitchell. Hey, boss.
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Look, Angela turning up down there in Alabama. We thought she was doing a thing when she was over in Texas. She done got to Alabama.
Yeah.
She's still on the run. It's crazy.
Yeah, Angela came to me one day.
Angela's doing her work, man. She's doing her work. Yeah. She is doing her work, and I appreciate her, from the bottom of my heart, because she's really doing her work. She's on it, and she's really, she's walking forward with it. You know what I'm saying? And she's not just sitting still. She's on it, and that's what I'm looking for right there. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, Mr. O, how'd you meet Miss Smith?
I met her. Benny Hurst had he had a music licensing clinic at our studio. And, like, I walked in. That was my first time meeting her. I walked in, literally, and she was like, hey, you got a radio interview in a few weeks. I heard Drinks Up. I love it. I was like, okay. So I had to go holler at my homeboy Boom to confirm. I'm like, hey, is this real? I was so excited about that. But ever since then, me and her been talking every day. Like, I'm constantly in contact with her she's trying to set up different things for me, and I'm loving it. I'm loving every second of it.
Now is that part of everything? Is that intimidating for you?
No, I'm actually more motivated than anything at this point.
We'd like to hear that. Tell them, Mr. Mitchell, when we got good ones out there, we like to hear that. We like to hear that you feel motivated by the things that are happening around you.
Most definitely.
Because I definitely want.
I think he's definitely he's definitely on top of the game as far as the music game is concerned. This is one of the better artists that we've had. One of the better unsigned artists that we've had. So this is something I'm telling you, man. You got something very special as far as your talent is concerned. I don't know if you know exactly what you got or what you're working with, but I'm telling you, you're on fire, man. You would definitely be on fire, and I guarantee you, if you really distribute your stuff out, you would be pretty much. I mean, you'll be down in the long term. You'll be on in the long term. It's not a short term thing. It's not a one hit wonder type thing. I think that you could actually come out with CD after CD, and people would still support you because you got that vibe about you. You know what I'm saying? And I think that I mean that sincerely, man. So you definitely don't need to quit what you're doing. This is definitely in your cards, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, appreciate that, man.
You better not forget WBOKRadio.com.
Oh, never that. This is my this is my first ever radio interview, man. Y'all got a special place on.
Yeah.
I'm an MC too.
Yeah.
I got bars too.
Yeah. So
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm.
Who would you say is now? I ain't did this in a while, but I got to get in your brain. The people got to know what's in your brain, man. Because talking to you seem like you said, you seem like a very humble person, but that delivery, like the articulation and delivery in your flow and the content of your flow, you definitely got something on your mind. So we're gonna play this game we ain't played in about a year. So I want to know your top 5 favorite artists of all time, hip hop wise.
Top 5 favorite artists. Okay, so my top 5 it fluctuates. Like it's like my first, I'd say probably my first 3 don't change. My first 2 or 3 don't change, but my last 2 or 3 it'll fluctuate depending on how the game is going right now. So I would say my first 2 that aren't going anywhere is probably gonna be Andre 3000 and Young Jeezy. They ain't going nowhere regardless. And I say Eminem will be number 3. Right now, that the 2 that fluctuate in and out, Joyner Lucas is in my top 5 right now. And I'll probably say probably have to go with J. Cole.
Oh, thank you. Oh, nice. That was a nice number 5 right there. So now the tough part of the question is your 5 MCs that you would you're like, why did the rap gods let this person? Whoever told this person to touch a microphone? Like, who's your bottom 5?
Man, it'll be
here we go.
Lil Pump. It'll be Lil Pump. The Gucci Gang got him. It'll be what's his name? Who this guy that's not? Yeah, Kodak Black. I like him, but I don't know why he touched the microphone. 21 Savage, Lil Uzi Vert, and I never liked what's his name? Future. Never liked him. He makes some good tracks. His tracks are very entertaining in the club, but I never liked Future as an artist.
Oh shit. Keep going.
Oh man, let me see.
Now for you to rap the way that you rap, for you to have the confidence to put I feel a lot of conviction when you're spitting. I can tell you have a lot of energy in the booth, Now that's not something that popped up on you. That's something that's been crafted. That's something that you've worked on. Now, since you've been working your craft and getting your craft more articulated and getting it to where you want it to be more and more, as the things around you have changed, has it been more difficult to stick to the path of lyricism or sometimes you I can make one of the mumble rap songs real quick, dog? I can knock one of them out in like 10 seconds, bro.
Yeah, it's actually been a lot of pressure on me as far as like I said earlier, giving the people what they want rather than and before you can give them what they need, and there's been a lot of pressure on me now to give people what they want, and that's really going off how the music scene, like how the southern music scene is these days. And like, if you want to build a crowd and get away from this certain crowd, like the people, there's a certain age group and certain crowd of people that like my music the way it is or the way it was, but like this next project I'm working on, Latest 3 Before 11, it's I actually had to step outside of my box to create that album, and it some songs, you know, it was hard to do while I was at the studio. Like, I just had to, like, okay, get out of your own way, let's do this song. But it actually turned out to be a good body of work, man, and and I think people are gonna love this album. Excuse me.
Miss Music, what's up? Why are you so quiet? I know you ain't intimidated by the artist. You better get out of here with that.
You better get out of here with that comment. Shoot. For real. Like, I hope people...
My bad. I apologize. That was out of line. Don't you speak that fit in my house.
Like I said, I'm loving the tracks. I'm loving the artist tonight. I appreciate Boss bringing them on and getting us to, be able to listen to the new tracks. He got more, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
We got that word.
Good.
We got that word.
There we go.
No, that was the last track we had on him.
How they find him on for his music? Or they download all his tracks at?
Yeah.
You can go to SoundCloud. You go to my SoundCloud. They Call Me O, and you can find I got 3 projects on right now. My first mixtape and 2 EPs. That's on my SoundCloud. Type in They Call Me O, 4 words, or you can go on YouTube, Firehouse Productions, or you can go to For Real Innovations on YouTube and find our videos.
Okay. Sounds good. Definitely going to have to add you to my playlist.
Okay, so on YouTube is Big Phil the Director. Yeah, For Real Innovations was his old name, but now it's Big Phil the Director, so that's how you can find it on YouTube or Firehouse Productions YouTube page.
What influenced you to get into music?
Music has always been in. Like I said, my grandma always used to tell me I was beatboxing before I could talk, and like I would always get put out of class for either humming something or beatboxing something with my mouth or doing something with some pens on the desk. I was always drumming on anything, and I would just zone out sometimes. I don't even know I was doing it. Like now, I'll be at work just singing, and people, I'll stop what I'm doing, and I look up, everybody looking at me like, are you okay? So it's just like music is always in me. Like it was one point, like music is a dream of mine, but like I always wanted to be growing up a police officer, and it was at one point I stepped away from music to pursue, a police officer position, but that didn't work out like it was supposed to. It was like a miscommunication between me and the department. But I ended up getting a job at Mercedes-Benz. So, but like no matter what, I'm always stuck. I always get back to my music. Like even when, like I'm in the Army Reserve. Like even when I'm either going on orders, yeah. Even when I'm on orders or I'm somewhere, man, I'm constantly writing or constantly doing some type of music, man.
I just so happen to be a veteran myself, sir, soldier.
Okay.
Too easy, son.
Yeah, my mom always come to me and ask, she's like, why you won't just go active? I'm like, man, I'm trying to pursue this music right now. I can't. That's like plan B or C for me right now. Like, I'm so invested in music right now, man. It's ridiculous.
So is Do you find it like more of a, like you said before, like you're finding yourself like using your vacation and personal days to like do like handle your music business, but do you feel like it's crossing over like do you feel like the separation going away?
Yes, yeah, I do. I feel more attached to, like, I've never been in the studio or in front of a camera or on social media more than I have now for this project. Like, things are really picking up this year. Like, in the last 3 weeks alone, I've been more busy musically than I've ever been.
Yeah.
You like it?
I love it. Like I was telling man, if I never made a dime from it, I'll still be in that booth.
So when you gonna go down to Tampa and holler at Miss Music and do some shows down there?
Whenever
right.
she want. Whenever she want.
Damn.
We gotta do something. We got too many dope artists, Miss Music. We have too many dope artists coming on our show. Boss be just filling our. We got a deep bag of artists. Like, they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. They don't want to go artist for artist with us. We gotta do something. We got too many dope artists. I want to like. You're an artist like as other artists that we've had on. You're an artist I'd love to see perform live, and like, you know what I'm saying, just like see you like just do your thing. I've watched the videos, and videos is a little bit different, but a lot, like, that's one of my things. That's one thing I love about like the indie world is I feel like I get to have a front row seat at some of the best talent in the world. You know.
Yeah.
And it's like to me the indie world, as opposed, like, nothing against like the majors, like, go get your check. You better go get your bag if you got a bag in front of you, though. But the indie world is like, it's in comparison to, like, some people don't like watching the NFL anymore. They like watching college because the NFL is too political and there's too much money involved in it, and players, you know, they don't play all the way because of their money and everything. But in college, they playing. And the indie world to me is like college. Like, you going in. Like, the indie artists go in. Like, the difference in the zeros and the accounts that fund projects from major artists to indie artists, and when indie artists come out with better product than a major artist that has, they could put $1 million on it. They could put $1 million just on videography. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you're dealing with then you have an indie artist with like a $10,000 budget, like, for full production, and they come out with something that just dominates it. Like, that's more interesting to me. It's more competitive. It's more raw. It's not as scripted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, I feel like with indie artists, man, there's still that hunger there, and they're trying to make it to where the big artists are. I feel like when the big artists get, you know, they get, some of them, not all of them, some of them, they get complacent. Like, you have, let me just say, J. Cole. When J. Cole was up and coming, he was dropping a mixtape every 5-6 months. Now, you can barely get an album a year out of him. You get what I'm saying? So that's the type of stuff I don't like, but that's just me.
I agree. I agree. I know that Miss Music, I know that got to bother you, like, when people submit music to you for like 3 years straight, and you finally get through all of the files, and you're like, yo, let me pick something I haven't picked yet. Oh, what's this? Bong. And you're like, oh, man, I like it. Now let me get in contact with them, and then they don't want to hit you back.
Yeah.
They ain't got no new projects now. You're like, what?
Yeah. You know how it is. It's those types of sorts of everything that goes on in the music industry. Could be on topics all night.
No, I was going to say, Miss Music, what would you tell him from what you've seen, what would you tell him is one of the biggest mistakes that artists make on their come up?
Impatientness. They're too impatient. They just, think things going to happen overnight, That's what I see with artists. Impatient, they don't want to put the work in. So it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to get into. And, if you make it, you're going to work 10 times harder. So you know, and it could be 5, 10, 15 years. You never know. You know, it just depends on, you know, if you have all your peas in the pod. So that's what I see, you know, impatientness, not being prepared. So, but I mean, you know, he's got great music, so he just wants to get it out there for people to listen and doesn't want to do all the other stuff. That's fine. I mean, I still put him on my playlist. That's how I feel about it. It never goes outside. I don't care. I'm the type of person, I ain't trying to go nowhere in my music. I do my music because I love to do music. I do it for just you know, I love of doing it. So, you know, even if I'm not going to do nothing with my music and people just listen to it, that makes me feel good enough because I'm putting out good music. And they listening. Yeah. So if that satisfies my soul and that's what I want to do, I'm going to do it. So you ain't got to sit out there and be this famous person. And so what if people expect you because you got great music and, you know, you need to put it out. Maybe you do. But if you don't want to do that and you want to sit back and you just want to live your life, you have that opportunity too. I grew up with a girl that had this phenomenal voice. And I wish I had that voice. I'll tell you one thing. If I had that voice, man, if I could just take it from her, because she would use it sometimes just to impress people. But later on in life, she never did anything with it. And I'm just like, you know, but she didn't want to. That was just her choice. Now, where I looked at it as if I had that voice, I'd do something with it. But, you know, people are just different. And you just got to respect how they feel. And if they don't feel like putting it out there like that and they just want to do it for fun, you know, then enjoy what you can get from them at that moment, because that's something that will stick in your head for years to come, because I can still sit here and go back to a memory and hear her singing in my head. And I enjoy it just as if, you know, I was listening to a track on the radio. So that's food for thought out there. Let that sink in. Lessons on life. You know, you can hit us up if you ain't going nowhere. And you just want people out there to hear what you got and hear your talent. That's what we're here for. So definitely, you know, hit us up. Don't be scared. I ain't scared.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. You know how old that word is? I still say it. I ain't scared. Got me scared.
It's like what we say all the time. This music, what we say all the time. I don't know why they think boss playing. I don't know why they think you playing or I'm playing. Like, it's 100% for real. And we love it, man. Yeah. And it's like a person that I was introduced to through this job, and Mr. Mitchell knows, and he, you know, we keep up with each other now, but him and his wife, like, overseas were just, like, they just had, like, this big, like, spread on him and his wife and, like, this magazine, this entertainment magazine.
Oh, exactly. Sean and Jacqueline. Yeah. Sean and Jacqueline. Like, Sean Rivera.
I was like, and he just made our top 5. He had just made our top 5 video list for our artist review show, and he was like, he's sitting there like, he's like, oh man, thank you guys so much, and then like the next day I'm like, what? You're walking stages, getting awards, and you're still like, but he doesn't. It's like what you're saying. It's like he doesn't view it that way. You know, he's like,
he's very humble. I'm actually going to. I got a little special treat for everybody too. I'm actually gonna go ahead and play one more track from Mr. O himself. I got another track set up here, so because I know Miss Music, she was wanting to hear another track from O. I got Grown Folks. What? Tell me about Grown Folks. Yeah, I got it. So
I like that jump.
Yeah. So tell me about Grown Folks. We'll play that track. Yeah.
I wanted to make, because I looked up everywhere. It was at one point, like everywhere I looked or every club I was at, it was some kind of 2-step song playing. So I wanted to make a 2-step song, but I didn't want it to be like, I didn't want it to be where I was just directing people the whole song. You know, like slap this person or step to the right. You know, so I wanted to do that with that in the hook, but also have the lyrics and the verse. I wanted to be able to create a verse around a 2-step type hook. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, I tell y'all what.
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna balance it out, man.
Huh?
Go ahead.
I said, this Grown Folks track, I heard this track, I saw the video, and I was like, man, this something I play at one of my cookouts. Like, my people will get up. Like, my people will crank that jump. We'll get up and do that jump. Like, that's the, you know, right before everybody eating everything, you got that jump cranking. Like, but this jump right here, I like it a lot, man. You're definitely a very diverse artist.
Appreciate it. That's what I want to be known for, being diverse.
You ready to give it to him, Mr. Mitchell?
All right, let us.
Grown folks live on
this is grown folks. They call him O.
Hey, we out here in Miami with Big Phil and the crew. Get it, let's go.
Squad up, baby. Squad up, Firehouse.
Yeah, I just called my nigga flippin', had a pistol on his hip, and we chillin' in the VIP. Homie, what you got a gun for? Cause these little ones out here killin', and I'm wishing for a kid to start slippin'. Homie, this one for the grown folks. Yeah, I feel you, but I gotta keep my tool, cause the fools across the room looking at me like they own some. Oh yeah, I see them niggas too. Go grab a brew and get on some. Come on, move it to the left, slide to the right, slide, now slide, move it to the left, slide to the right, slide, now slide. I see him hitting on your boom right there. Show your lady how to do that there. Kinda late, I'm kinda faded, baby, save it, put your boom right there. Let me show you how to move that there. Watch me step through the door with a fresh pair. All the women on the floor wearing their best hair. A smile brighter than the fresh lab coat. I'm drinking something strong enough to make your chest hair grow. Hey, I'm looking like I own the meth lab though. That outfit on your wish list will be my next pair of clothes. And since mine is in the building, smiling, laughing, and giggling. Them chicks with here with they still ain't the better chosen. The after party's off in my spot. And yeah, the after party's hot, but y'all not. So I'ma have a party for me and my dogs, and we ain't bringing our girls. If we end up taking yours, my nigga, don't be discouraged. Yep, that's off top. And I'm about to get this party started if y'all not. Cause right now I'm the only one jamming on the dance floor. The young folks don't dance anymore, so move it to the left, slide to the right, slide, now slide, move it to the left, slide to the right, slide, now slide. I see him hitting on your boom right there. Show your lady how to do that there. Kinda late, I'm kinda faded, baby, save it, put your boom right there. Let me show you how to move that there. Chillin' at a sugar shack, surrounded by cougars and sugar daddies. I mean real players, and I'm sitting with this Thundercat. And she sippin' on some cognac. Now that's a real lady. And she say we just having fun, nothing real crazy. And now the DJ playing songs from the mid-'80s. Now everybody out there cutting the rug, no goons or thugs, just nothing but love. Now everybody put your drinks up. Come on, hold your glass high, baby. I see taps and tan lines. After this, I'm hitting the wing truck. Hit your back, you stand in line with it. All flats and ranch fries, all the ladies say I'm clean cut. It's my time to shine. Everybody giving me 5, 9, 9s, and dimes as I do the damn thing on the dance floor. The young folks don't dance anymore, so move it to the left, slide to the right, slide, now slide, move it to the left, slide to the right, slide, now slide. I see him hitting on your boom right there. Show your lady how to do that there. Kinda late, I'm kinda faded, baby, save it, put your boom right there. Let me show you how to move that there. Yeah, hey, you ain't never too young to get your groove on. Hey, you ain't never too grown to hear a new song. And you ain't never too slim to shake it. And you ain't never too big to cake 'em and take a dude home. You ain't never too young to get your groove on. Hey, you ain't never too grown to hear a new song. You ain't never too slim to shake it. Hey, you ain't never too big to cake 'em and take a dude home. I just saw my nigga pimpin', had a chick off in the VIP, and he feelin' on the hips. Homie, what you going home for? Cause I'm about to handle business. You can stay in this business with all the children, boy, I'm finna do the grown folks. Yeah, I feel you, but I'm about to leave with you. Do what you about to do, but I gotta get up on something. Don't let me get that chick with you. Oh no, you gotta get your own, son. Come on, move it to the left, slide to the right, slide, now slide, move it to the left, slide to the right, slide, now slide. I see him hitting on your boom right there. Show your lady how to do that there. Kinda late, I'm kinda faded, baby, save it, put your boom right there. Let me show you how to move that there.
See,
all right. Hey, that cat behind Firehouse Production, the cat behind Firehouse Productions. I want to you to let him know to tune in next week as well. I want him to tune in next week because next week I'm gonna have an all producers edition show. It's gonna be an all producers show next week. So have your guy tune in next week of Firehouse Productions because I'm gonna really want him to try to call in. So I'll make sure you got the phone numbers and stuff like that as well too. So that's what's up.
Okay.
Oh, Mr. Mitchell, you shouldn't have said that. It's about to be a bidding war on WBOKRadio.com next week. I'm gonna have my PayPal ready.
Yeah.
We have producers on. I'm buying tracks live on air.
All right. Yeah. Well, we passed due for our All Producers show, and next week is our All Producers edition. So yeah, we'll hook up at All Producers show next week. So yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Oh my! All types of goodies in 2018. So, Mr. O.
Yes, sir.
So, that joint right there, I heard what you was talking about. Like, I heard that track. That's why I said I like that one. That was when I said that's a joint I would play. Like me and my people, that's something I play at one of our cookouts.
Yeah.
But like, when you make a track like that and you want it to resonate with people that way, and then somebody hears it raw and they give you feedback on it, and that's how it makes them feel. How does that make you feel? Like when it hits the mark for you?
Or do you mean, say it again now? Come again?
Like when you make a song and you say that you want it to be a feel-good song and you want it to cross over into like, where grown folk get up and move and, but still be a lyricist.
Okay.
And when someone listens to your music and that's how that makes them feel, like they're like, man, that makes me feel like getting up and, I like that joint.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how does that make you feel when you get a project done and it does that for you, for people, for you?
And that's my whole goal. That's my whole goal for being an artist, man. Being a musician. I just want to, like my goal. Like I don't want to be the best rapper or the most lyrical rapper or the most entertaining rapper. I just want to be the most relatable rapper. Like someone that can make people stand up and just feel good, or they're having a bad day and just feel better about themselves after listening to one of my projects. That's my goal, is just to change people's lives through music. Like I remember when Drake first came out, and his first album came out. So what's the first album called? But anyway, his first album came out, and I was riding with my mom, and her friend got in the car, and these are older women. Well, they ain't old, but they're in their 40s, and they were like, and she was like, have you heard Drake's new album? My mom was like, no, I heard it's good. And she was like, man, this album will change your life. I was like, I want my music to make people feel like that.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a strong opinion.
Yeah.
I want my music to do that to people too.
Yeah.
So, like, when it comes to the youngins, like, because I know you see them, you know what I'm saying? The youngins coming up, the youngins that they want to rap, they come, they come and ask you questions, or they look up to you. Like, what do you tell them about when they're like, hey, man, I'm trying to get on like how you on, man. I'm trying to rap like you. I'm trying to hit the studio and all that. Like, what do you say to like youngins when they approach you like that?
Man, I tell them if they want to do it, if they're gonna have to stick to it. They're gonna have to learn that it's more than just getting in the booth and recording and hoping that people like it. Is more to that. You have to, these days, you got to make people like your stuff. You got to keep it, stay in their face. I tell a young cat, I'm like, man, it's more than just getting on the phone and say, I tote these guns and I ran off on this plug and, stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't say nothing like that. Well, I mean, in public. Well, hey, man, everybody tuned in right now. Yogi One-Ayo, along with my beautiful co-host Miss Music down Tampa, Florida. Yogi One-Ayo up here in the DMV region, that D.C., Maryland, Virginia region of the country, coming live and direct. Another edition of the Encore live show. Man, chopped it up with this brother, down there in Alabama. Oh, no, excuse me. in Lower Alabama. I almost say Alabama. You gotta separate that. It's like it's bad. If you get it wrong, it's bad. You can't go there if you get it wrong. That's what I'm saying. It's like telling somebody. It's like saying somebody from South Carolina when they from North Carolina. They be like, "What you just say?"
Yeah, it's like in New York. They serious about their boroughs in New York.
Oh no! Hey, I'm right here. I'm right down the street. It's different. It's different. But chopped it up with a brother, like working with some really good people, man. Like definitely working with some people that are family to WBOKRadio.com, to myself, to Mr. Mitchell and Miss Music. You know, Mr. Benny Hurst down there in Alabama. He coming through strong. Like he made a very strong presence. He's definitely making his presence known in the network. She's definitely putting his artists on. Shout out to Angela Tuma Smith. You know, doing work down there as well, and Seahorse Media Group. But we wanted to know, like, who you want to give shout outs to, man.
First and foremost, I want to thank God, man above, for getting me where I am now. I want to give a shout out to my squad, Firehouse Productions, you know, Big Phil, Benny Hurst, man, Angela. Angela, she hooked me up. I was like, man, like I said, I didn't even know Angela. She came at me and said, hey, you got a radio interview in a few weeks. I was like, oh, man, who is this one? But, hey, Angela is a blessing in disguise, man, for real. But I want to, and my support system, man, my fiance, my family, my mom, everybody, man. I appreciate everything.
Oh, man, Mr. Old Alabama in the building. You got me all sentimental and things. Man, don't make me get my bag on air, bro.
Nah.
Nah, good, man. Miss Music, what it do? Holla at the people, please.
Well, I'm working with some people right now. We're going to probably be trying to put some things together. I actually am working with somebody that's got some TV commercial spots, 30-second commercial spots, BET, VH1, you name it. I'm working on some really cool stuff for the artists. So make sure you stay tuned in to me. You can find me every Saturday night here live on WBOK Radio on Encore Live with Yogi 1AO and Boss HNIC Mitchell and whoever we have on, which is always a fabulous person or fabulous people, because that's just how we do it. But anyways, shouts out to everybody out there. Thank you for coming on tonight. I appreciate it. Boss, Yogi, enjoy the night. Enjoy the music. We got the links now so people can tune in to you, get them ratings up, get them plays going, and bring some of that into their life so they can actually have that feeling that you want them to feel. So I salute you. I salute everybody that's tuned in to us tonight here on WBOK Radio. And you know how we do it in Tampa. We just lay back and kick it underneath the Florida sun. So if you're ever in the area, hit me up. You can find me on Google. You can find me on Facebook. # Miss Music in my SSMUSIC. Or you can find me anywhere under Miss Music Diva. Just add Diva on the end. Everybody got to have that Miss Music name. But anyways, everything's doing great out here. I just definitely want to keep hearing music like we've heard on the show tonight. Keep it coming, artists. Keep submitting it. We got the jukebox. We're going to have to put that stuff on the jukebox. Like you said, we got the artist review shows coming on. Oh, my God, like, it's going to be fun, and I'm going to definitely be bringing some of the people in the Florida area and around the United States that have music out there, music videos that are popping, man. You got ratings and stuff like that. You got people that are hitting up fans. Hit up and drop us a link because we're going to be doing the damn thing here real soon. I mean, we got, you, Yogi, Markeisha Best. We got me. We're going to be doing these artist review shows, so it's going to be popping. Gonna be popping.
I'm so psyched for that. Shout out HNIC Mitchell and the WBOKRadio.com family, all of our broadcasting audience, all of the people that tune in, all the people that support us. Definitely got to give a shout out to Double Exposure Media and Mr. Angelo Ellaby for everything he contributes to our network. Definitely got to give a shout out to Seashell Media Group, Seahorse Media Group, with Mr. Angela Tuma Smith. She's doing a great job at the A&R joint. Like, she jumped right on it, like Boss said. Want to give a shout out to the artists out there, man. Indie artists, major artists, to the artists that we've had on that are major artists touring the world right now that are still tuning in us, man. We definitely appreciate and love y'all. This is definitely for the artists. This is definitely for the people, and we appreciate the support. We definitely appreciate the fact that y'all are tuning in and listening to us. As far as myself, Yogi 1AO, my family, my team, Everybody know what I do. DMV, Yogi Wanna Yo, Cali, you know how we go. Chi-Town in the building. I want to give a shout out to all the states that tune in, man. That's really crazy. When we go over the numbers, it's really, really crazy. Shout out to Cali, my home state. We got like 1,500 people out in Cali right now. They make it a part of their Saturday to tune in, and that's crazy for me. That's just Cali, you know. But it's all over the world, and it's crazy to me. But shout out to the network. Shout out to the people that keep it floating, and shout out to the team, man. Until next week. Yogi Wanna Yo, man, the young original gangster Imperial, the one and only. I'm going to give a shout-out to everybody, man. I'm sitting up here in the Northeast. It's raining and everything. You know, I don't like it. I want some sunshine. I might be down Florida soon. I need some sunshine. This is ridiculous.
Outside right now.
This is ridiculous. I can't even keep my pigment. This is
It's a fishing night, homie. It's a fishing night.
I don't like being cold. Cold is like punishment. All right, y'all. Everybody stay up, stay blessed, stay motivated. Stay tuned in to WBOKRadio.com. We got a lot coming for you. The Jukebox app is still rolling. Please keep submitting your music to WBOKRadio@gmail.com. Please keep submitting your videos. We're still building the Artist Review Show. We get a lot of videos. We understand. We get a lot of videos. We have to pick like 5. We have to pick 5 of the best joints. And it's like, I don't know, do we pick 5 of the best joints that we've seen ever, or do we pick 5 of the best that have been submitted that week? So submit your videos, WBOKRadio@gmail.com. Subscribe to the station on social media. Subscribe to the website. That way it's a little bit easier for you to get your music submitted. We do play the music. Everybody can attest to that. The video review show, man, this is like, it's like a video soul, but like from indie artists and people in our network. And we're going to pick the 5 best. And the production that I've heard and seen tonight, I got a couple videos I saw. I was like, oh, that could make the show right there. I like that one. And I just love that you guys really like me. Anyway, y'all, until next week, man, everybody stay motivated, stay blessed, stay on the grind, stay tuned in to WBOKRadio.com, man. Love y'all. Until next week, y'all, I'm going to holler.
Later.
See y'all. Oh, they're hanging up now. Okay.